cry. Ooh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Whoa, see, you got me busy in your hand. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, got me busy in your hand. Yeah, I've done lots of foolish things that I really didn't mean. Hey, didn't I? Oh, baby, I think this whole world, when I'm sexing, baby, nothing else, baby. Somebody come on, sing with me. I still deliver my love. What we did, you put my soul back, right? Baby, send my soul back. I know you're my only desire. Oh, baby, here I am, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Oh, signed, sealed, give me beauty in your hand, baby. Here I am, baby. Oh, yeah. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Yeah, I've done a lot of those things that didn't really get me. I could be a broken man, but here, with your future, got the future, baby. Say it. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Here I am, baby. Get it, signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. Get it. Oh, here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours. One more time. Here I am, baby. Signed, sealed, delivered, I'm yours.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for joining us tonight at the ACM Awards. For Luke Brown, I'm Blake Shepherd. We'll see you all next year, everybody.
Here I am. Here I am, baby.
An accident in Vigo County sends 2 people to the hospital.
And some rain has already moved into the area. I'll have details about a rainy week ahead.
Cuts being made to Head Start programs across the country. I'm News 10's Michael Klaus in Clay County, and I'll tell you how your kids could be affected coming up.
Leading the way, this is the Wabash Valley's most watched newscast with Rondrell Moore, meteorologist Kevin Orford, and Ross Rawlings Sports. This is News 10 Night Watch.
Good evening and thank you for joining us. I'm Jacqueline Beavis. Rondrell Moore has the night off. A 2-car accident sends multiple people to the hospital. This was the scene near Prairieton Road and West Johnson Drive around 7 o'clock tonight. Officers on the scene say Kim Stakeman of Terre Haute was headed south on Prairieton when she turned left in front of a black Blazer driven by Patrick Curtis. They collided, causing the Blazer to flip over. Curtis and his daughter were sent to regional hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. In the weather department, it was a beautiful afternoon, but scattered rain began this evening. Storm Team 10 meteorologist Kevin Orford is tracking that rain now. Kevin?
All right, thank you, Jacqueline. Well, we do have some rain in the area. Most of it is to the south of Terre Haute anyway, but some of you down in Vincennes and Washington and so on, parts of Sullivan County, you have gotten some rain. It's 63 degrees, which is the average high for this time of year. Boy, what a wacky spring we've had. Just a little more than a week ago, we had 6 inches of snow. South breeze to 13 miles per hour. The pressure's 2994 and rising. So now let's take a look here at what's going on with the clouds and the radar. Look at that in Missouri. See those areas of showers and thunder showers? That's moving in our direction. So I'm going to keep the chance for storms in the forecast. As a matter of fact, one day sticks out as being particularly possible for stormy weather. I'll have details about when to expect that coming up.
Thank you, Kevin. We have some important recall information to pass along tonight. Rich Products is recalling nearly 200,000 pounds of frozen food. That's because the food might be linked to several cases of E. coli. Farm Rich mini pizza slices, mini quesadillas, and Philly cheesesteaks, as well as several different mozzarella bites from the producer, are all included in that recall. All of these products have a best buy date of May 2014. If you have any of those products, you can contact the company to get more information on that recall. We continue our coverage of federal budget cuts with a look at how the changes are hitting the valley. The federal sequestration started a little more than a month ago. News 10's Michael Klaus talks with a local organization finalizing their new budget with even less than before.
Every week, Haven Tar comes to the Head Start in Brazil. She's the third child in her family to go to preschool here. But new budget cuts could mean fewer kids can call this school their own. And that worries Haven's mom about how prepared these kids will be for kindergarten.
They're not going to be ready for the things that they're going to get thrown into. You know, this is where they start life. You don't take that early education away.
Head Start provides education, health screenings, and valuable nutrition to low-income families. Now the future of those services and these kids is uncertain. Nationwide, Head Start programs are being cut by 5%. To meet their new budgets, many places are having to cut services, reduce employees' hours, or even say no to some children.
It makes me feel frustrated. It makes me feel sad. And it makes me feel like I'm spending a lot of time trying to figure out how to do this, that I'm not able to do something else that is a benefit to children and families.
The Brazil Head Start is run by Child Adult Resource Services. The company serves 451 children in 5 counties. For them, that 5% adds up to $176,000. Petite expects they'll have to turn away at least 20 children. That's in addition to cutting bus routes and laying off as many as 5 employees.
We have more children living in poverty in our 5 counties than we've ever had. We have a waiting list everywhere for services, and instead of having more services to serve more kids, we're going to have less kids.
Meaning these cuts couldn't come at a worse time. In Brazil, Michael Klaus, News 10.
Petite says a plan with finalized cuts is being submitted Monday to the board of directors. Continuing our Political Watch 10, the FAA announced they'll delay the closing of more than 100 air traffic control towers. The original list from the administration included the Terre Haute Tower. Luckily, it was not on the final list. The FAA says the latest delay is because of some legal challenges related to the closures. 24 towers were set to close this weekend, and the remaining ones would close in the coming weeks. Under the new plan, all 149 control towers on that final report will close on June 15th. A bill now on Indiana Governor Mike Pence's desk allows police officers to perform medical procedures immediately. Under the current law, officers have to wait for clearance at the scene before treating victims. This prohibits them from acting in circumstances like mass shootings. Many active law enforcement members say the few minutes waiting can be the difference between life and death. An autopsy is scheduled for tomorrow to determine a cause of death for Daniel James Roscom. Roscom went missing from Casey, Illinois on March 18th. Late Saturday afternoon, a search crew found the 29-year-old's body near Interstate 70 in Casey. Officials were at the scene a little after 4 o'clock Central Time on Saturday. Several departments worked alongside Casey police for more than 3 hours. Police revealed that a search for Roscom's phone shortly after he went missing connected to the area as well. A full investigation into what happened to Roscom continues tonight. But as of now, police are not calling his death suspicious.
At this time, no foul play is suspected, but that could change with an autopsy, so we'll know more after Monday afternoon.
Again, that autopsy scheduled for Monday. A toxicology report will take several weeks to complete. We'll bring you more information on this case as more become available. An annual event in Terre Haute this morning had lots of folks taking advantage of the warm weather outside and a chance to clean up the environment. Today was the third annual Operation Wabashiki. Students from St. Mary of the Woods College and others walked along the Wabashiki wetlands, picking up debris and objects that hurt the natural habitat. Organizers called today's cleanup a success, but they say it's important to keep it clean year-round.
It's not just a spring cleaning. They should always be thinking about not throwing their trash out their window. Always think about just picking things up when you see them.
About 50 people joined in today to help with that cleanup. Coming up, a fun weekend activity with some high competition at Rose-Hulman. High schoolers from around the state battled it out with battle bots, if you will, robots of their very own. How they're slamming together technology and sport. Stay with us.
You're watching the Wabash Valley's most watched newscast, News 10. Closed captioning is sponsored by First Financial Bank.
News 10, the Wabash Valley's only local high-definition newscast.
At Save-A-Lot, we know every dollar means a lot. So we make it easy to save on the things you need. Not aisle after aisle of products that you don't. So you can save up to 40% on every trip. Right now, Kellogg's Pop-Tarts are just $1.49. Hamburger Helper Twin Packs are $1.49. And Prego pasta sauce is also just $1.49. Save a lot. Savings made easy.
What you got there? Honda CR-V, best-selling crossover in America. Text message reader, review camera, standard.
Fabric softener, double down closeout.
Really big spring event, deals like you wouldn't believe.
Would you believe I got 20 jugs of fabric softener for the price of 19? Fresh laundry's a great smell.
So's the smell of a new car.
Fresh cut grass.
Fresh baked bread.
Puppy breath.
Peaches.
Argyle sweater. Did I just say that?
Hurry in to the really big spring event where you can get a great deal on a new Honda CR-V. Hondas hold their value better than any other brand.
What in the world is he doing? Mel, who's your little buddy there?
I'm just getting my little buddy ready for the 22nd annual Sheriff Shootout at Hamilton Center.
So what, your entry fee is just another donation, Mel?
You can tease and laugh all you want, Sheriff Ewing and Spence, but proceeds like this is going to little kids like Camden in the Healthy Family Program at Hamilton Center.
Show me what you got, little man.
I got this, Stella.
This weekend at Rose-Hulman Institute of Technology, modern technology and good old-fashioned competition merge. The robotics competition brought together high school students from across the state. News 10 photojournalist Cody Adams takes a closer look at a sport unlike many others.
It's an academic sporting event, which is pretty exciting because the kids have to use all their individual and collective skills to actually make the robots.
Lifts up like that, and then this wheel will start going, and we'll have an automatic 3 frisbees in the slot, and that'll run all 3 frisbees out and shoot those through the highest goal.
You go out there and you're on the field and you see your robot out there scoring 3 points, 6 points, 9 points, 12 points, just bing, bang, boom, straight in a row. And you look at it and you say, I helped build that. It's definitely a great feeling of satisfaction. You get to sit there and you'll sit there and just have the biggest grin on your face.
Playing basketball, it's kind of a limited skill set, but here you learn a lot of qualities that you can use.
It's all about problem solving, and the cool thing about this competition is every robot is different. Like every robot is different, operates differently, looks differently, and so that's exciting to see all the problem solving going on.
Again, that was News 10 photojournalist Cody Adams. Some pretty impressive stuff there. The 6 teams that won that competition will go on to the national event that's being held in St. Louis later this month.